making sure no one falls through the cracks, making sure people have food on the table and a roof over their heads, providing the resources they need to become self-sufficient again, to be a safety net as a community.
I'm living proof of that. My name is Julie, and I was this close to losing everything, but I got help.
Over half of the homeless people in Douglas County are single parents with children. They're not statistics. They're real people, like Julie. She was in danger of becoming homeless herself when she reached out to the Douglas County Department of Human Services. And Julie wants you to know this isn't a sob story, it's a success story of how a community safety net can help bridge the gap between homelessness and self-sufficiency, thanks to some very caring people, including local, state, and federal government agencies, local nonprofits, faith-based organizations, and service providers.
I never thought this would happen to me, that I would need help. Then I lost my home in my divorce.
Even though Julie was getting supplemental food assistance from Douglas County Human Services, she wasn't receiving any child support. Her most immediate need was rent assistance.
I got behind on rent. I had a part-time job, but it just was not bringing in enough money.
Julie could only work part-time because she could only find part-time childcare. Behind in her rent, facing eviction, lost in piles of legal paperwork, that's when the Family Development Program was able to help. The first order of business was to avoid eviction and help stabilize the family. A family development specialist leveraged Douglas County's portion of a federal fund called the Community Development Block Grant. These grants are managed by the county and distributed through community organizations. That kept a roof over the family's heads, but that assistance could only last through the end of Julie's lease.
So the county specialist helped me move into a small house that I could afford, but it was in pretty rough shape. The electricity was really sketchy, the heat didn't work, and some of the plumbing was shot. That's when I discovered just how big my support network was.
The Family Development Program connected Julie to a group of volunteers from the New Hope Presbyterian Church.
They not only donated the materials to fix my house, they did all the work themselves.
It took over 250 hours, but it got done. The house became a home. Then a businessman from a local property management firm donated his services to help Julie sublease the basement apartment to another single mom struggling to make ends meet. The next step was to fill the childcare gap. Julie completed a Colorado Child Care Assistance application through the Douglas County Department of Human Services so she could get help with the cost of childcare and return to full-time employment. That helped her start her own full-time business, training horses here in Douglas County. Julie's story is just one of hundreds in Douglas County. During her time spent as a client of Human Services and the Family Development Program, she was helped by a lot of people. They deserve all of our thanks.